Inks the Repaired For here, and today we're going to be telling some scary stories. Everybody, introduce yourselves.
I'm KZTR24. My username in game is KZTR25.
I'm Gaming Devil, and my in-game name is NinjaKid_02.
Ink Slaying Angel. Yeah.
Yep,
Badass.
minimalist. Alright, anyway, so we're going to get to the location, and we're going to start telling the stories. And I warn you, just in case you did follow the challenge, expect chills. And sometimes even you'll expect some tears, because I've got them in my eyes right now just thinking about the story I told earlier, which I will tell again during this video. But basically we're just gonna see where it goes. Everybody's got a lot of scary stories. I know all of you out there have a scary story. Tell me your scary story in the comments, and I might feature it on the next video. Hey, sound good? Alright. Alright.
Well, there you go. I just got you sued. They think I'm Porta Isis now.
Okay.
Anthony,
Inks,
Sullivan, welcome in.
Yes,
I believe you wanted to tell yours?
Oh, this one's not
Wait.
exactly. Well, it was meant to be scary for my dream, and then it turned stupid.
Yes.
So what happened?
Options, go to options, turn off player overhead display, turn everything of your HD off.
Okay. Turn off. That's not.
Okay, before he tells his story, look
HUD
down
off,
that
radar
cave.
off.
Okay, look down that cave, and let me tell you something, alright? Long, scary, dark corridors in the pitch black midnight darkness that there could be just a little girl waiting on the end to just kill you and scare the hell out of you.
There you go, she's not there anymore.
Oh, you ruined it. Oh, too bad, it's foggy.
Oh, trust
Walk
me,
into you.
I got the chills when you said that.
Alright, let's do this. Long,
Alright,
dark
so-
corridors, let's do this.
Just go ahead, Inks.
Okay.
You're telling your story, you need to go first.
Okay, so with this story, I wake up and I'm in like a little village, and it's an open plain field, and everybody's running and screaming, and there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex behind us, and it's like the one off of King Kong, the very first one. All right, like the big mean motherfuckers with a lot of teeth. So
Thanks.
everybody's running. I'm running. Okay, it's meant to. I was scared, and then it grabs me, and I can feel it like in my body, that like it's crunching down on me, and then while it's doing that, it just like chucks me, and then I like get up and then keep running, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is not scary. Yeah, that's my.
Alrighty then.
that was
Inks
my-
bringing up
hey,
the
I wanted
dinosaur stories.
Bruh, I wanted to tell
Hey,
that before you recorded.
applause. Okay. Well, basically, we're gonna tell. So what we're gonna do here, by the way, disclaimer, folks. What we're gonna do, we're gonna tell our own personal stories first, which is what we're doing right now, and then later we're gonna search up stories on our phones or something like that, because we're gonna have nothing left to do, and I'm gonna want this stream. I'm gonna want this video to go on longer than I would expect it to, because, you know, scary stories. Everybody wants a good long video of scary stories, like Mr. Nightmare or Creeps McPoster or someone like that. It's not gonna be like that.
Maybe
It's not.
we could make a.
Remember, we're not professional, but it'll be good enough. All right.
And maybe we could make up our own stories too.
Yeah, just make them up as we go, like improvise stories, or think of stories to make while people are going. Anyway, without further ado,
Alright.
who's next?
I mean, I'll go.
Go ahead. Let's keep walking.
Alright, this wasn't too long ago. This was maybe when I was in my early stages of being 15, late 14. I was in my garage. It's not connected to the house. There's a walkway that connects to the house to the garage. I'm in that garage, and the garage door is wide open, And across the garage door, like where the garage door opens up, right in front of it is the shed where we keep the ATV and all of our tools. And between that is the driveway. Turn left, there's a bunch of wood, dead wood trees and all that good stuff. Turn to the right, you go up to the house. There's a walkway.
Speaking of turning to the
Now-
right,
Now 3 a.m. It's completely pitch black darkness, and I'm in the middle of that garage with the darkness peering in on me. And I'm working on my golf cart, which still isn't even fixed today. The front of it's been destroyed. Anyways, I'm just working on it. And I have a strange feeling, so I get up and I go to the edge of the garage where the trim of the door meets the end of the garage, and I look out into the darkness. And it's literally, it's the color black. There's no shading. I can't see anything. It's just pitch black. I could see the shed barely.
so like you're in a, so like you're basically like your house is floating in an abyss.
That's kind of what it felt like, but I assumed that there was ground. Anyways, I shrug it off. And I go back to working on the golf cart. Now there's lights that are coming out of the
And we turn
garage. That's the
around.
only light. That's the only light that I have. The moon is non-existent. I'm just working on the golf cart. I don't remember how it happened, but I heard a strange noise and I walked. Something. It triggered me to.
Jesus, Inks.
Something. It made me feel like I had to get some sort of defense. So I grab a revolver. I load it and I point outside. I could just see this faint shadow figure right behind the shed. I think it's staring at me, but it's right behind the basketball hoop that's against the shed. It's just pure black darkness out in the middle of the woods, not in the city. This is all in the woods. No one's here to save me. I can just see it, and it's just staring into my soul. I'm just staring at it. I'm completely frozen, and I can't do anything. And it starts walking towards me. As it
Inks.
starts walking towards me, I can see tattered clothes. Kind of like the Grim Reaper's uniform. I could just see it walking towards me. And I can't even aim my gun to point at it. I can't do anything. And it's wearing a
Alright,
hood.
stop ruining the video.
It's wearing a hood. I can't even see its face if it has a face. I see their hands, there's no hands. It's just a cloth. Just a floating cloth, like with a hood, with an invisible skeleton frame inside of it. And it's walking towards me.
What's like death?
It's what it tried to give me. And at that point, I like volt up and I point the gun at it. And I back up into the garage. I'm in the middle of the garage, standing there with my wits like shit all over, just pointing the gun at this floating cloth heading towards me. I look in its hand, and there's an 18-inch knife in its hand. I can see skeleton too. And it's shiny as hell too. Stainless steel can penetrate anything. It steps
Does it
into
mean
the
like
garage.
polish? It's got a
It
polish.
steps into the garage. Yeah, it's not. Whatever. Anyways, standing there, just directly in front of me. I'm in the middle of the garage, and right behind it, it's just the worst darkness you could have ever imagined or seen. And it's just walking towards me with the same pace. I try to pull the trigger, the gun is jammed.
Oh
It
boy.
walks up to me.
Wait.
I'm frozen.
How do you jam a? Never mind.
It's a dream. The revolver jams, and it comes up to me, and it stabs me right through me. It went through my body. I don't know if it. I don't know, but it goes through me. Knife comes out my back.
Did you
That's when
feel
the
that?
revolver I don't even know. The revolver, it unjams itself, and I shoot him. He just disappears. I feel like he just fell to the ground, but I want to say he disappears. I drop the gun, and I run inside, just run into the darkness, and the automatic sensor light that usually comes on when you step out onto the porch or into the driveway saw, or the side walkway. I run up to the house. I just wrench open the door. I run inside and everything's normal. It's just like a normal day, but it's nighttime outside.
Yeah.
And it's got the bay windows too. It's wide open and just staring into the darkness. The porch light's on now. But it's just complete darkness. It's just the color black. It's like there's wrapping paper around the house and it's complete pure black. And I'm looking at my family. My mother's in the kitchen with my sister. They're talking and making food. My dad's sitting on the couch on his tablet playing pool. The TV's on. And the dogs are there too. I run into the kitchen holding my wound that's bleeding everywhere. I scream and cry at my mom and my sister, and it's like I'm not even there. They don't respond to me. They don't do anything. They just continue.
Dude, so like what happened? It's like you died on impact of the knife, and it's your soul trying to go in there to like get them, you know, help me. But what reality
Exactly.
is you're just
Help,
like
help, I've been stabbed. That's what I was saying to them.
yeah, but
Repeating.
reality is like your body is just still sitting in the garage, just laying there with a knife through it.
I can still feel that Grim Reaper if I were to kind of go outside and remember the story. I could still feel that Grim Reaper feature coming towards me. I feel like it's gonna walk at my door now.
That's just creepy.
And anyways, as soon as that happens, that's when everything just cuts out and I wake up. And I'm sitting in my bed.
Cold
I'm
sweat.
pretty sure I might have been sweating, yeah. I wake up and I'm just in my bedroom. Where I am today, right now, is the same bed that I woke up in that dream. That's where it
Yeah.
ends.
Well, this is where I'm gonna tell the story I told earlier. So, dude, where we're walking right now, it looks like we're walking on nothing. Anyway, so
We're gonna die.
yeah. So basically, it was this dream. I'm sure it started out somewhere much earlier, but this is what I can recall from it. So basically, I was at this like fairly big suburban like beach house, and I guess I was with some friends, I think, and oh my god, those lights scared me. And like, I guess we were playing hide and seek or something. So I'm walking in like the main living room. If y'all have ever seen like a bayside window, like in a cabin or something,
I've got that.
that's what was on. That was like what I was in the main room, like so like the bottom floor room.
And then
And of
there's
course,
like
there's the
upstairs
stairs, and you can see the upstairs part from where you're
Yeah.
at
Like a
anyway.
balcony.
Yeah, like it's a balcony stairs. Anyway, so I'm looking forward, but peripheral vision, I can see the bayside window, and it's dark outside, of course, and there's just all the lights are out, but moonlight is still pouring in through the bayside window. So what happens? I mean, I can just see the like I can see the beachfront and the ocean, and there's no furniture. There's absolutely no furniture anywhere. So I'm wondering, how could these guys be hiding so easily? There's nothing here. So but I mean, in the dream, the thought completely passes by me, and I'm just like, it's all normal. And I walk outside, and I'm walking toward the garage, and I start hearing these like weird, like sort of demonic noises. And I keep walking towards it, and it's moonlight dark. It's dark as you see it in the game right now. So it's dark, but it's not completely dark. It's got moonlight and stars. That's the only light that's happening though. But so I walk up to the garage and I feel just strange presence, and and the noises are louder, and me being an idiot in this dream, I make the giant mistake of opening the garage, and there, waiting for me, is this. It's like the girl from The Grudge. It's got the same dress and everything, but she doesn't have any textures of herself. Where her body parts,
Pitch black.
where her body parts were, it's just complete black abyss. And the only thing I can see is 2 red eyes. And for about 5 seconds just stays like that. And then I get sucked, my dream just gets sucked into darkness. And I'm aware of the dream that's happening right now, and I'm like, okay, this is the time, you know, where I wake up in a cold sweat and everything. But no, the dream just stays in darkness for about 10 seconds, and I'm freaking out. And all of a sudden, I hear like a sort of doctor's office where they're trying to, you know, defibrillate me, like the whole clear thing. And this goes on for at least a minute, and I finally get 1 strike more from the defibrillator, and I wake up. And it takes me a second to realize, but I'm in a hospital bed. I've got a bunch of doctors around me and everything. And so the dream kind of cuts out there. And then now I'm walking through the hospital corridor with my dad. I'm like holding his hand, because in this dream I'm like 7, I think. But I didn't have the dream when I was 7, but in the dream I was 7. And it's yeah, because I was really short. And it's all normal, and then we walk out of the hospital, and it's like what we see in front of us is just a New York in ruins. It's like the people there are just doing their everyday thing, except all around us, New York is in a fiery blaze, and all the buildings are crumbled, and it's like an apocalypse kinda. And I wish there was more to add, but there's really not. That's kind of where my memory cuts out from the dream, because I mean, I just don't remember much from there, and I wish I could, because it would be great to just not leave it off right there, but that's what happened. I guess my alarm woke me up. And the rest of the day I was like, man, I wish I could just finish the dream, but oh well. Yeah, dude. I just still remember the part where the dream gets sucked into darkness. Like, usually, and you can feel me on this one, usually when something like that happens, you're aware of the dream at that point, and you're like, okay, wake up. And then it doesn't happen, and you're like, oh no, something must be going wrong in real life. Am I dead? Am I dead now? I don't know if that's ever happened to y'all, but
darkness happened, wasn't there 2 seconds of the red eyes just there?
oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. That
2 red eyes. And
just
nothing
2
else.
red eyes and nothing else for about straight 3 seconds, and then the red eyes disappear, and then of course the whole defibrillation scene.
I think the closest thing you can get to simulating that without being in a dream is a virtual reality simulator using your phone.
Please don't.
You're looking into
I don't
that,
wanna. The
and
thing
there's
is,
absolutely nothing.
I
And
can.
you basically see 2 red laser dots, but they're demonic as fuck.
I can
Use that.
see. I enjoy reminiscing the dream, but I would not enjoy experiencing it again.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
have a story.
Okay, go ahead.
Time for Ninja to tell a story.
Except for this story isn't actually fake, and it still haunts me to this day. It was around 2nd grade, and if I remember correctly,
Hey, it wasn't fake?
yeah,
Like this wasn't a dream at all.
no, I was fully awake,
All right, go ahead.
and it still haunts me to this day, and this makes me a true believer of the paranormal with this experience. It was around 2nd grade. I believe it was like for my grade level.
Yeah. Just like SOLs or.
So there's like no talking and nobody in the hallway. So what happened, which still haunts me to this day, is that it was a very stormy day, and I had to go to the restroom. So
Yeah.
I go to the restroom. At the time, I wasn't fully potty trained. So I went to the big stall because I was a little kid. Okay, screw that. I like my room. And I believe this is also in the girls' bathroom. I ain't never been in the girls' bathroom, so I can't say for sure.
All right, just
But
keep going.
in the big stall, on the right hand when you enter, there's this huge square trap door looking thing, and you can open it as if it was a regular door, but it's extremely small. It's a square, and it's where the janitor usually fixes the pipe. The reason why I know this is because it was wide open. AC was not on, nothing was on, no string, because I was the only one in the bathroom, and
So it's like
there's
complete
nobody.
silence.
Yes, it was complete silence.
Oh.
I could hear the rain outside, and this was a 2-story building. And I'm using the restroom, and the moment I turn around to pull up my pants, next thing I know, I just hear that thing get slammed shut, as if somebody grabbed it and just slammed it as if they were mad.
One of your rides? Let me
The
know.
door?
Yes, the door.
It's coming
The
at you.
other side was closed because there's no other entry.
Like your pants down, dick out, and then someone slams the door on you.
No,
and,
I was about
and like
to exit.
no one
I
was
about to-
there.
Nobody was there. No, there's nobody in the other bathroom. And I literally, as soon as I got done and pulled up my pants, and I was about to exit, the moment I turned around, that thing slammed shut. So it made me look, and that thing was closed. And I was 100%
Jesus, dude.
certain that it was open. 100%. And it was so loud that I could hear it through the hallways.
No,
Alright,
come back.
so just
Baby, come back.
between stories, just a little kind of like I don't know, I want to call it coffee break. It's not really a coffee break, but so earlier we were talking about the whole you know, because we were kids, and we experienced that whole Exorcist maze game thing. The picture
Something me and
haunted
him
every
share
single
as
one of
brothers.
us. Like every single one of us was scared of that picture. First, so Casey, you go ahead and tell your experience with that.
Alright, so when I was a little kid, when I was like 7 or 8, my grandpa would always take me to his house. I'd go to his house, you know. It was in like a double trailer, but that's not really part of the description. He's out in kind of the countryside. It's nice there. He lets me like ride on his tractor and stuff. His 1954 Golden Jubilee NAA. Anyways, me and him, he would let, we haven't done this in a really very, very, very long time, but he would let me stay over there. Like I would sleep the night over, and we'd sleep in the same bed, not being gay or weird or anything about that. Okay, I'll actually say this because I've never really told anyone this. We both get in our underwear and we just sleep in the bed.
I understand
thought
that
it
because
was
I've
cool,
done it.
'cause I was
I
a
did
little
it.
kid.
I did. Yeah,
I
I did
was
it
a
too.
little kid,
I
dude.
did it too. I'll admit it. I did it too.
I thought it's like, hey, dude,
It's
this is
a
my
sense of
grandpa. You know,
security.
he's my family. Yeah, I felt safe with him. And the
I
door
never
was
done it.
closed. Anyways, I'm in the bed, right in front of me are like two blinds that are shut, and all I see is just blue moon darkness out there, like with the the shaders closed. And next to the window is like his cabinets and stuff, and under the windows there keeps his boots and stuff. To the right of that is like a cabinet, keeps all of his memories, stuff there, and pictures. To the left of me is an alarm clock, and it's on the nightstand. To the right of me is my grandpa, and his like big nightstand he keeps papers on, and his telephone. And I'm looking up, I can see the ceiling pattern where it's like all text, like it's all patterny, like there's, I don't know how to describe it. I could look up now and I see that texture right now. Like the little patterns, it looks like veins in the roof, but it's not really.
I had
It looks
those.
like tree veins.
He had those. My grandpa had those at his house.
Anyways, I'm just looking up at that. There's an air vent kind of above me. And in my mind, I just keep seeing that Exorcist picture. Like the girl, like just staring at
Through
me.
the vent.
Through the vent.
Oh god, that would kill me. I wouldn't have slept all night.
Yeah, just imagine someone
Had
staring at you
nobody
through the air vent.
had nobody been there with me and that happened, no, I wouldn't have slept. I would just me being 13 now, and I'm not scared of stuff like that anymore. Not to sound like some badass, because I still get scared by stuff, but like me being a 13-year-old now, and I saw that, I just be like, all right, where's the 45?
Yeah, just shoot that
I'm
bitch.
about to shoot some, okay? But yeah, anyway.
What'd you think of the kid?
So I had my experience with that. And I told this earlier too. I'm gonna tell it again for the sake of the video. So I was about 5, and I was on YouTube, because YouTube was like a new experience to me. I'm like, holy crap, I get to see all these awesome videos that people make, sweet. And so I'm on YouTube, and it was just after watching like my favorite video on YouTube, which was like Lego McDonald's, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
And-
it wasn't. Yeah, this was 2009, dude.
Lego
I love Lego
McDonald,
videos like that.
Lego McDonald's was actually a pretty popular video.
Yeah.
It's like it has to do. He's like, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going to McDonald's. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. Anyway,
I'll look it
so
up.
it's just after watching that, and
10 years ago with only 10 million views.
so anyway,
10 years ago.
there was this was pretty much when the whole maze game trend popped up, and so I watched a video of someone doing this. Like, there's no such thing as face cam, and these days nobody does that because nobody can. It's not available yet. But so I'm just watching this guy play it. There's no commentary whatsoever, and then he gets to the end of that like prank level, and it pops up, the video, the picture pops up, and the screaming starts. And at this point in time, I mean, I don't have any headphones. I'm 5 years old. I'm listening to the videos without headphones. So there goes the scream. I'm pretty sure I peed myself. Tears are rolling down my eyes. I'm bawling right now, and I run into the other room. I'm sure my dad heard it too. I run into the other room, and I just go into my dad's arms, and I just stay there. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep there, and I'm just like picturing the thing. I'm picturing the picture in my mind pretty much the entire night, until I pretty much just cried myself to sleep in my dad's arms. Like, back then when you're young, that stuff haunts you.
Yeah. He's just molested that man.
Alright, anyway, unless anybody has any other experiences with that, we'll end the coffee break.
I've had a real experience with another image that was popular, but except for it was popular with creepypasta. If you want to go into that subject right now.
Alright,
Killer, Slender Man.
yeah.
It wasn't Slenderman. It was
I'm thinking
Smile.jpg.
different. Oh
AKA.
god, the dog. Smiley
Yeah,
dog.
Smile.
Yeah, Smile Dog. Oh my
That's
Jesus.
fucked up.
When I first saw that, it just
That's what?
I first saw that, I'm like, how are people scared of this? Like, it's just a dog smiling. And it, as more and more, I didn't get any scared until basically as the days went on without watching or seeing that image, or watching a video that didn't have that image in it. It just scarred me, and I'm like, okay. And every week on the same day that I watched the video, I kept seeing the image in my sleep, only for a split second.
It's like the actual Smile.jpg legend entails.
So it really took me out. And it only happened for about like 2 months.
Only
2
2
months?
months?
Yeah.
That's
Only?
bad.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
only 2. I know.
That's
And
not
that's
an
only
only
because
number.
That's only because it got less severe as the more I'd stopped watching those videos. And every now and then I would just see the image on like YouTube recommended, and I would be like, no.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna tell a real life story that my friend experienced not even like just about a week ago. So basically he's 14, and so he and his friends, they're kind of like a kindergartner escorters, I guess. So they like walk them from school to their houses. And so he and his friends, they're walking the kids back to their houses. I think it was last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And they're just at a street corner right now, and they're at a street. Okay, I have to get away from all this chaos because it's kind of getting in the way of me focusing.
Casey, you want to get your own car? I'll drop you off.
Alright, just dump me off the side.
Alright,
Just
anyway.
a man with the help bag just dumped on the side of the road.
So they're at the corner, they're just waiting. And this guy in a white van pulls up, and you already know what the white van means. So
You're absolutely correct.
he's like hey, I can take y'all home if you want. And so
Hey!
and so CJ, he knows the kids' names, so he knows their last names. So he asks for the dude's ID, and he looks at the ID, and I forget what the dude's name was, but it didn't have anything to do with the kids. It was a completely different last name from the kids. And so then he gets his friend to just stay there and keep watch of the dude, and he goes to the back of the van. He opens up the back of the van, and he just sees like seat belts strapped to the walls of the van, like not even a seat there, just seat belts, like key seat belts you have to open with a key, like the roller coaster seat belts. And so, I'm not even joking. He and his other friends, they pull this guy out of the van and they beat him the frick up, dude. They just beat this guy. And sadly, they didn't get a number plate. They did call the cops, but the cops didn't get there in time because the dude already sped off. They didn't get the number plate.
Matters that he got his ass kicked.
Yeah, but I think he knows never to mess with them again. Cause I mean, my boy CJ, he is not a small person by any means, and he is not fat either.
Yeah, it's all muscle and shit.
Yep. And so yeah, he's I'm pretty sure that guy was hurting for a while. But yeah.
I think we got what's the length one going on? I think it'd be a good time to end it.
Nope, I'm not ending it. Cause we haven't even gotten into
Yeah, but we can make parts.
online store. Well, this is a stream. You don't need to have parts. What's the point of having
It'd
parts?
be easier to have parts. Easier to have parts because then you know you have to watch an entire 3 hours.
Okay. All right, everybody. Give it up for part 1. Part 2 coming in like a couple seconds.